Alright, so now I'm going to show how we put the multivitamins that we've captured here in the syringe into the bag of TPN. But first, before I do that, I check for my son's name to make sure it's spelled correctly. I look at the expiration date to make sure that the bag is not expired. And then I look at the bag to make sure that it's a clear fluid, there aren't any air bubbles or anything that's unusual. So in order to put the multivitamins in the TPN bag, we need to scrub the access point. And what I use is a 2x2 sterile gauze sponge. And I open this very carefully to make sure that I'm not touching the gauze inside. And then I carefully place an alcohol prep pad on top. And I just open the corner of the packet and barely touch the corner to carry the alcohol pad onto the gauze sponge. Next, I take up this piece of foil that's protecting the end of the bag, and I'm very careful not to touch the end piece. Now, I carefully pick up the bag, and in order to avoid these two pieces being too close and causing complications with the syringe hitting either piece, I put one of my fingers in between to kind of isolate this piece from the rest. And then I take my sterile gauze and my alcohol prep pad, lay it on top of the end, and I scrub for 30 seconds. I use my thumb to make sure that I'm getting right in the middle, because when you use the syringe, there's a small circle right in the middle of this tube that is my target point. And I want to make sure that point is very clean. Okay, so now that I've scrubbed for 30 seconds, in this case maybe a little bit longer, I leave the piece of gauze on the end of the tip. I take my syringe, I pull off the cap, I discard the sterile gauze piece, and then I make sure the neck of this tip is up and straight, and I angle the syringe right in the center. And then I push the syringe contents in very slowly and pull out the syringe. I lay down the bag. I place the cap back on the syringe. I push down at the base rather than the top in case the needle pierces through. I unscrew the top